Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Subnautica Below Zero, grabbing a pair of story-related achievements, Xenobiology and Another Survivor. You are going to need one in order to get the other, so might as well knock them out both in one go. First thing off, start up the game, make sure you get to your base, and then you want to enable the dev menu. Hit the start button, left bumper, right bumper, and then you should get access to it. Go inside, you want to make sure you head down to the teleport tab. First place we're going to go is going to be Sanctuary, so make sure you look for that in the menu. That should warp you over here. Make sure you swim on through. You're going to swim through these two force fields and then be in this kind of cave area. Make sure you follow the path until you get to the open area. Then just make sure you drop down and then head right and then around this cliff face. Eventually, you should get to this indoorsy area. Once inside, what you want to do is you want to make sure you grab the green cube directly in front of you, and then you want to make sure you take this back behind this wall, and you should be in this part of the room with this giant black cube. Make sure you wrap around, and eventually you should get to a ramp that leads up to said black cube. Then you are going to get quite a bit of talking. Just make sure you let that play out. It's going to take a few minutes, but once the talking is over, you are able to place the cube in the little computer console thing. Hit the A button. You are going to get another pretty lengthy cutscene. Again, you have to let this play out, so it's going to take a few minutes. You know you're done once you get control of your character and the giant black cube starts crumbling. Once you are done, make sure you hit start and then save the game. We are going to have to quit out in order to get our first achievement. So quit out and then load the game back up, and then ideally in the loading screen you should get the first achievement for Xenobiology. That's going to be for 75 gamer score. However, we aren't quite finished yet, as we have more things we need to do on this save, so make sure you get back, re-enable the dev menu, and then this time go back to the teleport tab. Use the teleport in order to warp over to Delta Base. This is going to take you to the top of this mountain. Now, in reference to this building, you want to make sure you have that positioned to your right, staircase to your left. You want to head this direction towards the side of the cliff. You know you are in the right place if you can find the Delta Station sign right here. From here, you want to make sure you follow this path, and right as you see this light, you want to make sure you turn left, and then you want to wrap around and hug this cliff face, and then keep going forward until you get into this cave. Proceed through the cave until you get to the other end, so once the lighting turns not red, basically. So once you are outside of the cave, you need to turn around again and then head through the same cave, but going in the opposite direction. Basically, you need to do this in order to initiate the story trigger, so just make sure you go through the cave going from this direction, and then once out on the other end, you should get this little cutscene. Again, let it play out, and you should meet this character, but once you play this cutscene, you should get the go-ahead in order to get the next achievement. So again, make sure you bring up the dev menu, so start button, and then make sure you go back into it, go back to the teleport tab, and then make sure you teleport to Marge Base. So that should warp you to this place underwater. What you want to do is you want to make sure you dive down, and you want to make sure you surface underneath the base inside. You are going to get a ton of talking. It's going to take a while, but just make sure you let it play out in its entirety. So just make sure you have subtitles on and let the conversation play out. So once the characters finish talking, we should now have the go-ahead in order to save the game. So just make sure once the text is over, hit start, save the game, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure you exit. Once back out on the main menu, just load up the game again, and our achievement should pop in the loading screen, just like the other achievements in the game where we use the dev menu in order to help us out. There is the second achievement, 75 gamer score for this one, and that's all there is to it.